What is up, guys? Bob Gar here. I'm doing a test of this new recording stuff I have, and I'm also playing a quick game of Mono Green Stompy, which is one of my old favorite decks. I played it a lot, and I figured I would give it a spin. I had some requests for it. This hand seems pretty bad. 4 lands is not where you want to be. 2 dismembers not really where you want to be. We do have a lot of removal. It could be okay. Do I want to risk it and just go on the Treetop Village beatdown plan? We got a turn 1 play and we got some removal. Let's give it a shot. I'm not optimistic, but I think it's worth trying. Hi. Good luck. Alright, he said sweet Karn because of our avatar. He's going to be slightly disappointed that we're not actually Tron. He's hoping that we're Tron, I guess. We got some Karn fathers running around. Alright, pass turn. What does our opponent have for us? What kind of present has he gotten us? Hopefully we can stick Treetop Village next turn. That would make me feel pretty good. Hopefully it's not just burn. Well, no burn yet. What do we draw? Aspect's not very good here, but something. Does he burn down our militant? No, he lets us swing in. He takes it. Alright. Let's play a Treetop Village and pass. Let's turn off auto yield, I guess. If he tries to bolt end a turn, I don't think I would do anything to react, but I would want to keep that up. Oh, he's white-red. It does sound like burn. Oh, he's humans, sure. Well, I'll just kill this guy, take some damage. The old kill your threats by doing twice as much damage to myself plan. Everybody's favorite. Well, I think I just attack. I thought about playing Tusker first so that I could pump Dryad Militant outside of Bolt range if he's running Bolt, but I don't think that matters here. I think it's better to do it like this. Aspect will save either of them now once it hits the board. If he has Bolt, wouldn't save them from Path, obviously. I don't know if I'd use that on them anyway. He does try to Bolt that one. Is it worth saving? I think it's worth saving. Alright, you got me. You forced my hand. He probably just has another bolt in hand, honestly. But it's not going to get any better if he keeps killing out my things that give me devotion. Like, once that guy's down, it becomes a lot worse for me. Clifftop Retreat. So he's probably some slightly budget version. That's one of the more budget lands that exists. So he's got out a Champion of the Parish, and then in addition to that, he's going to play something else. Soul's Attendant, sure. Interesting. I don't usually see those two in the same deck just because one's kind of a beater and the other isn't, but not super. I mean, it's not too crazy. Does he bolt again? He has a second bolt. Sure, that's fine. Well, he's tapped out. We are drawing really poorly. That's alright. Let's, we kept a slightly land heavy hand. We've only drawn 1 extra land, so it's not like it's that big a deal. Let's swing in with both of these and see how he blocks. I'm pretty happy to make either of these trades. He just takes it. Alright, I think I hold up Dismember. Yeah, why not? I don't think it matters too much. I think that's the right thing to do. What's he got? Another land. He has 2 mana open. Whole lot of land. For 3 mana, or for 4 mana even. Okay, he's gonna play down Ranger. Well, I can kill this even after that, so let's let that resolve and see what he gets off it. He gains a life, which is a little annoying. So this is like a mix-up of humans and Soul Sisters, it looks like. Some kind of human Soul Sister red-white mashup. Seems decent. What does he get for his 1-drops? I can probably... My graveyard doesn't need to be popped out. I don't know why that's popped out. He's thinking a lot. Oh, he's ignoring the Worry style deck. Sure. And he gets another Soul Warden. Sure, that's fine. Okay. Go to combat. Probably swings both. You bet. There you go. I'll take 1, that's fine. Yeah, take it. Okay, so now I need to draw some stuff that's not just land. Rancor is not just land. Well, he's tapped out, which is a good time to play it. I think I play it on Militant. If he wants to make this trade, that's pretty much fine with me. Play it on Militant, activate Treetop, bash in. Fortunately, I don't have a pump spell in hand. It's not really a good reason for me to keep Forest in hand, but I think I'll keep it there. Probably blocks the Treetop, I would think. Nope, he blocks Militant. Oh, that works too. So he takes only 5 and loses one of his guys. That comes back to hand. Seems fine. And I have enough to activate and equip, so it's not super big deal. He's gonna have a couple guys here. Pride Mate, sure. Oh, it's gonna get big quick. I guess that could just beat me. Maybe it will. I don't know why he tapped before he resolved those abilities. That's not how it works. I think he figured it out. Okay. This is gonna be a hard deck for us to beat with a good hand, and we had a really bad hand. So there is some chance we just lose to this deck. We don't have a lot of removal, and they have a bunch of life gain that they can get going. So still possible we just win, but it's gonna be a long road, I think. That's gonna be a 6/6. So we basically need to draw something to get us into a situation where we can win. But we'll see what happens. It really comes down to this draw step, I think. I think he's going to be an 8/8 too. Yeah. Actually, maybe there isn't even anything we can draw. I'm not 100% sure. On the bright side, he's been killing me pretty slowly. On the downside, he's gained so much life back, and the Pride Mate's a problem. But he's drawn pretty well. All right. Leatherback Bailout is good. It gives me some potential outs, but he can basically bash in for 10 next turn. I think I'm going to scoop and move to the next one. I don't think there's a line that wins it for me here. We got super close. He had a very, very, I would say, fortunate draw, but it does happen. What do I want to do here? I don't think there's too much to actually really change, as much as it wasn't like we didn't have a good game against him. Artifact Destruction doesn't do much. Blossoming Defense is fine. That actually could be worth slotting in, but the thing is we had too few threats anyway, so it doesn't really feel like it. Not worth it. This is another one that could be worth it, so I'm just going to make this my not worth it pile. Doesn't seem worth it. Doesn't run islands. Doesn't run artifacts. Like, These are maybes. These are probably more likely. I don't think any of them make it. Like, it's not. We don't want to grind them out. We want to be fast. That's the problem with the Collected Company too. We win by being fast here. So I'm just gonna say GG. A lot of the decks that I play just lose to Soul Sisters. Soul Sisters is like, or this style of deck, which is basically a Soul Sisters deck, which is a pretty bad style of deck in a lot of ways, but it has some distinct advantages over aggro decks, basically. And you saw when we played our white-green lifelink deck, I don't know if you've seen that one, but if you haven't, you should go check it out. That one's one of the more fun $10 decks I've done, because it's kind of one of the more unique decks. You definitely can see why we won the matches we won, and it was pretty much because almost all of those matches were against decks like Mono Green Stomp, not Mono Green Stomp, specifically more like what's it called? Burn, like Burn and Zoo, and it's just like if you have life gain against those decks, you will virtually always win. It's super hard to lose when you're playing those decks. Okay, Lightning Bolt there is fine. This turn, hopefully we draw one more land. That would put us in a pretty good position. I'm just going to do Experiment 1 plus Dryad Militant. You can only Lightning Bolt so much. He had good draws on the Lightning Bolts. I mean, I'll give him that. He's drawn, 3 across 2 games so far. With that both games ended pretty quick. Slightly above average. Okay, he has a path. Well, that actually helps me quite a bit, so I'm a fan of that one. Then I get to decide how aggro I want to be. Oh, he's not hitting land drops. Oh, I have 4, huh? Yeah, I'll just Leatherback Baloth and then Rancor the Dryad Militant and start the beats. He might be a little too slow here is my hope. Even if he draws another land there, a 4/5 is a little tricky as a 4/1, and then we have a 2/1 Undying next turn. Especially if we draw a Pump Spell, it's probably just over. That's what we really... Aspect of the Hydra, assuming the Leatherback sticks, yeah, he gives up. Assuming the Leatherback sticks, Aspect of the Hydra is probably the best draw on the deck there. All right, well, we had a tough game 1 where we lost. We made it pretty close, but he has grindy life gain stuff that basically took him out of range. And game 2, we stomped him like we wanted to. He probably kept a hand that he should not have kept. I'm guessing he kept a 1-lander on the draw, hoping he would draw something. And I get it, but it's probably still not the right play to keep those. I'm not saying I've never done that either, especially when you're playing... his deck probably shouldn't. But if you're playing like a Goblins deck or something that's really low curve, I can see doing it. All right, I'll keep. Especially if you have a lot of low plays. But I guess he had 2 removal spells, so I was thinking maybe that would be enough. So the downside here is Noble's not particularly good, and we'll probably just die to... Noble, I have a little bit too many mana sources, but on the bright side, he's probably just going to bolt the Noble. So... I do have a pretty powerful hand if I get going. I was correct. He bolts the Noble. Come on, you gotta have a land here. If you don't have a land, I will laugh at you. Okay, you do have a land. Well, that's not a big deal for us, although it does put us in the slightly hard position that we can't both play a creature and hold up protection for it. But I still think I Tusker here. Didn't really need another land, but if we're going to get a land, Treetop is the right one to get. At least we can protect it and pump it and all that good stuff. I'm saving Avatar until turn 3, mostly because I want to be able to play Avatar and protect him on the same turn. I think running the Avatar out now, just, it's too likely that he has a Bolt or a Path. If he has a Bolt or a Path, I'd rather the one without Trample die, because I have a bunch of pumps to make this guy bigger and make him be able to trample through for a relatively good amount of damage. So I think that's the correct way to play that. Soul Sister, and then he has 2 mana left. Ajani's Pridemate. Yep. Well, that's the nut draw, right? That's the nut draw. And I drew none of my removal. More land? Are you kidding me? Well, I'm gonna play down Avatar. I'm gonna play down. That's fine. Yeah. I'm gonna play down a land. I'm gonna swing in. I'll see if he blocks. I'm guessing he won't. He takes, sure. Goes to 18. I mean, I could use either of these defensively. There's a question of if he swings in, do I aspect here? It very well might just draw out a lightning bolt. If he doesn't, I can trade with it, which would probably be one of the best possible things for me at this point. Just because if I don't have removal, which I unfortunately did not draw this game, this guy gets out of hand a little too fast for me, and I've had a very slow draw. I mean, just one of them still, like, we can go wide enough that we might be able to get through him if he doesn't have that much else. I mean, there's 4 cards left, though, so he probably has some good stuff. I don't think he's as land flooded as me. Norn is actually super good for him. Gets a trigger here, sure. Okay. I'm just going to say always yield. I don't think... I mean, I guess at some point I might want to stop yielding to them, but I don't think it's anytime soon. He's going to attack in. Okay. I mean, I think I try to pump and block. Is that right, or is it better to wait? If I wait, I can swing. No, I'm going to pump and block. I mean, yeah, I'll play it. If he wants to kill in response, then it gets a kill spell out of his hand. I'm assuming he has either Bolt or Path. Looks like he has Bolt. Alright, fair enough. I assumed that was happening, but I still think it was the right play. Yeah, I mean, he's gotten really lucky with his removal in all 3 games so far. Nothing you can really do about it. It's going to happen some of the time. Bolt is a pretty strong card against us, and he's drawn 5 of them across 3 games now, I believe, when your likeliness to have them in a single game is something like, what is it, 1 in... Oh, I shouldn't have done what I did, probably. It's slightly less than 50% to have it in your opening hand, and he's had basically 5 out of 3 in opening hands, which, you know, puts it at a very low percentage, but not so low that it's crazy. He runs it as a 4 of, so sometimes they'll get lucky. Okay, he takes. I don't think that's the time to Vines. I don't think it does enough there. Okay, pass turn. I probably should have played True Top Village there and just kept up Vines defensively, especially since I wasn't going to use it offensively there. I don't think there was any world where I would have, so I think that was actually a pretty big punt by me. It is 9. That's fine. Alright. Well, this guy doesn't have trample. He would need a path. So I think I just leave back Strangleroot. Play Rancor here. That's fine, you can leave. Let me think about what I would need to do. He lets it resolve, so he probably doesn't have removal, otherwise I would think he would use it now. Maybe he just has so much removal that he doesn't care. I mean, I'm going to try to defend it. If he has another removal spell, he has another removal spell. Right, he doesn't. That fizzles it. I get Rancor. I can swing for 11 if I want to, but I'm obviously not going to. I'm just going to swing for 9, leaving back Strangleroot. And then if he has double bolt / path for Strangleroot, actually the smartest thing for him to do there probably would have been to try to path Strangleroot, since then it wouldn't come back. And I'm already saying that this guy's my attacker, and I wouldn't really want to swing in with 6 here, and then also I wouldn't really want to block with this. So I think he misplayed that, but he misplayed it in a way that was pretty logical. And also, saying he misplayed it, he couldn't have known I had vines. I think I was playing it a little bit like I did have vines, so he probably should have known I had vines, but you can't really blame him for not knowing that. Another Soul Attendant, that actually might be the death of me. Alright. That, the only thing that would kill me more than that is a path, I think. Because he's just going to gain so much life now. He has another creature, or what does he have? Does he have path? Please don't have path. Brave the Elements. Okay, that's game 2. Good game. Alright, so we lost that one. It was pretty close. He had a super near optimal hand that 3rd game. Let me see what I would have drawn. Yeah, we would have made a game of it if he didn't have that, I think. But because, what would have happened? So he was at 10. He was going to go to 12. This was at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he would have had to trade with this, but then he would have swung back for lethal. I guess he still would have won. Would have been close, though. Oh, well. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Hey guys, BobGar here. I just really wanted to quickly say, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you enjoy my content in general and would like to see more of it, subscribe. I'll be coming out with more content in the future. And please leave me comments and let me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, both in terms of production and in terms of my play and my deck building and all that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time.